Each player chooses a partition and has a wooden marker in the same color. Inside the partition, players can find how to calculate the points after each round and the final points. Also, players can find how much they should pay for the part according to its color. Shuffle all the agent cards and deal out 7 cards to each player. Remaining cards should be put aside, and all the markers should be put on 0 point. The first player can have the colored sweater and 20 asaris. 1 asara can be given additionally for the next players, so the next player can have 21 asaris. And the next player can have 22 asaris and 23 asaris. Players keep asaris inside the partition. The first player sends one of his agents and buys a part of a tower. If the first player wants to buy the basement, the player should send one of his agents into the market and chooses a part among displayed ones and pays for it with certain amount of asaris. White part values 8 asaris, so this player should pay 8 asaris. After buying some parts, players should keep their parts inside the partition until they build up their towers outside of partition after paying for the place. Each place, including the market, bank, and rooms for spies, has the special rule which allows the cards in the same colony. If your agent is the first one in the market like this, your card can be in any color. But if your agent is the second or third one, your card has to be in the same color as the previous one. So if the next player wants to buy a part for the basement, the next player should put the agent card in the same color like this. If the player doesn't have the card in the same color, he can place 2 cards in different color as face down instead of the color in the same color like this. Then the player can buy a part as well. Black part values 6 asaris, so this person should pay 6 asaris. Players have to send their agents to the construction site to build up their towers. If you collect 3 parts of a tower, like him, he collects 3 parts, including the essential part, the basement, and the spire part. You can send one of your agents to buy the place of 3. Like, send one of your agent here, and after paying 3 for the place, this player can show the tower outside the partition, and this can be included for the counting after 1 year. In the bank, players can receive extra asaris. For 8, 10, and 12 asaris, only 1 card is allowed, and 3 cards should be in the same color. But for 5 asaris, many cards in different colors are allowed since they can be placed as face down. If you send one of your agents to the room for spies, you can pick a card from one stick after paying 3 or 5 asaris. If this player sends one of his agents to rooms for asaris, and after paying 3 asaris, this player can choose one stick among 4 sticks, like this, and choose one card after paying for it. If the player chooses a card from the stick, this player should tell the other players and pay for it. The player who takes the calypso letter becomes the first player for the next round. So during the game, one of the players can place his agent card on the space for calypso letter. The person can be the first player for the next round. When all the cards are placed on the game board, the round is over. The score after each round is counted by the number of towers and the number of parts with decorative gold. If you build 1 tower and 2 parts with decorative gold, you earn 3 points. Like 1 point for 1 tower and 2 points for 2 parts with decorative gold. So this person can have this player can have 2 points, 1 and 2, and this player can have 1 and 2, 3 points, and this player can have 1, 2 points, and this player can have 1, 2, 3, 4 points. So the players can move their markers on the score bands. When the new round starts, the orange marker is moved and an empty spaces in market should be replaced with new items. Shuffle all the cards and deal out the game. The towers which have been made in the previous round can stay as they are, and 20 more asaris can be given evenly for the next round. Play continues as the previous round. After each round, count the points and move the marker forward. After 4 rounds, players can list more points according to the final calculation. At this time, players who build the tallest building and the second tallest building in each kind can receive the points as mentioned on the wall of the partition. Also, the players who build the tallest and the second tallest building overall, and the players who build the most various and the second most various buildings can receive the points. If there are 2 winners, 2 players can receive same points by dividing the sum of 2 scores. If there are 2 second winners, the players can divide the score for the second winner. For the expert version, players can buy agents by sending their original agents to the market, and players can buy lighted windows. These windows are not part of the towers and put on the normal windows in the same type, like this. Like this. For the annual calculation, lighted windows have same values as the parts with decorative gold, and for the final calculation, it has an advantage when players have even scores.